TCL S62 Smart TV. We will start with the very basics, and that is how long does it take to turn on the TV. So first of all, let me turn it off right here. There is a small LED indicator at the bottom right here, and this LED indicator shows that right now it is connected with the power, but it is not turned on. As soon as I press the button to turn on the television does not actually take a lot. This TV does not actually take a lot of time to turn on, as I'll show here. I'm going to press the on button. Here you go, and it turns on. It's that quick. Now while the television is turning on, this LED indicator that is now turned off is actually blinking at that time, just to show you that that the TV is turning on. Now the next thing is that we'll look at all of the features inside this TV. It is going to be a detailed review, and the best part is that if you are buying a TCL TV that is a bit different than this, let's say it's not even not a full HD one or a 4K one, and let's say that it does not have an Android system on it and it has the TCL Linux based system on it, then this software is going to be the same for all of those, and you're going to get the same features, except for the TCL smart TVs. They have except for the TCL Android TVs, I'm sorry, those Android TVs have Android system built into them, and they have different features. So first of all, let's look at the remote here and see all of the features inside this remote. It has quite a few buttons on it. In the bottom here we have the video play, pause, and forward, record, and other buttons like that. It has a dedicated Netflix button, and these are for moving your cursor around on the screen. I'll show you what I mean by that. This right here is the home button, and what the home button is used for is to go to home directly. This right here gives you a quick it's more like a quick setting sort of a button. This button is to move between the different modes, that is television, HDMI, etc., and this is the back button. The rest of them are pretty simple. They are the normal buttons that you see on every remote. Then at the top we have the mute button and the power on and off button. Now first of all, once you press the home button, you come to this screen right here, the home screen, and it has different options on it, but you won't usually be scrolling through here. You can see that it is showing me a few YouTube videos to play, other things like that. Mostly what you're going to be scrolling through is that once you move this cursor right here, it will go to videos, and there's not a lot of stuff here either. Then we have the TV option. Now in this TV option, you can see that a small size TV is showing up, and you can scroll through different options. We can either click right here on TV and it will take us to the normal cable or that we have. Then here we have the other separate type of connections that we can install. Then we have the 3 HDMI ports and a USB port. Now the next thing are the apps. Now this is actually a really interesting part. Now if you look at the App Store, as it is not an Android TV, they have their own system, and so there are not a lot of apps in this App Store, and most of them are you have a few good ones like the SoundCloud and Netflix and other things like that, but other than that there are not a lot of apps, and there and most of the apps that you download, they feel very cheap and they don't do much. They're very useless apps. Then you go to the home, and now you get YouTube built in. Now if I turn on YouTube here, you can see that this YouTube app is pretty much the same as we have on our cell phones. It takes a lot of time to load though, and yes, you can see here that some of recommended videos here are showing up, MKBHD, why not? Now let's go back and let's look at more things. So Viewster is also a video playing app. You won't usually be needing that. This right here is the browser. So this is actually a browser to browse through, like the browsers that we have, like Google Chrome or stuff like that. Now I do have to warn you that it is really difficult to type on this television if you want to search anything. So now if I want to go and search anything in here, I will actually have to click on, if I can show you, this button. You see this one right here. Once I click on it, it will give me this bar at the top, and here I can type anything. For typing, I have to click on the OK button, and it will actually Wait, yes, you can see now. Once I start moving the buttons around, it gives me a cursor, and as soon as I click OK here, it gives me a built-in keyboard. Now I can move across here, and I can search different sites. For example, if I write VOD, this is actually a service provided by Neatel, and it is a really great service. You can watch movies here, like a few really good movies, and they're all free and everything, but this service needs to be subscribed and everything. Now I click back here. I actually have this service right now also saved right here in the bookmarks, so we'll go directly there. Now this is a good thing that you can save different sites as bookmarks, and you can just directly click on them, so you don't have to type them over and over, because typing is really slow. Now once I click on it, you'll see that it will take me to what directly. Let's wait for it here. Yes, and now it is still loading. Once it loads up, I'm going to show you that this is actually a really good thing to also show you what movies look like. We're not going to play a large part of the movie because we don't want any copyrights and other things like that, but I will show you what the sound is like and what the picture quality is like. Now I do have to mention that this is a full HD TV, this is not a 4K TV, but still the viewing angles and the picture quality and the sound quality is on this TV is really good, and I'm very impressed at the quality that it is providing in this price range. If you compare the picture quality of this TV with a Samsung one or anything else like that, yes, it will not match up. But but you can only tell the difference if you put these two side by side. If you don't have a Samsung and a TCL TV side by side, you won't notice the difference. I actually accidentally clicked the back button here, so I'll have to do everything all over again. So wait, I'll be back with what. Okay, so everyone, we're back with Deadpool 2 running, and you can see here that already you can see that the picture quality is really good. The color gamut is really good. The blacks are really deep and they're nice. This is a good TV to watch videos and to watch movies. Okay, let's go into apps again, and here in apps I'm going to show you we have SoundCloud. It is also a good app, but not a lot of features either. So these are all the apps that I've installed. You can install a few more. Mostly what you're going to be using is either the YouTube app or the T browser app, not the rest of them, because most of these apps have like cheap Indian movies on them, not even the good ones. They're just now here I'm going to go into HBO, and this is it, and this is you can see HBO running. Now if I click on this setting button right here, I get a lot of options. So in picture menu, I get this option right here that is called personal that I showed you before. This is the option to turn on micro dimming. Now micro dimming is a really good feature to have on your TV, and it is only turned on if you select personal mode here. If I go to dynamic mode right here, this makes the video a lot more saturated but turns off micro dimming. So it depends on your own choice. You can either turn on the personal mode and have the micro dimming, or you can have it turned off. I have never messed with the brightness, backlight, contrast or saturation ever, because these picture presets, they do all these settings automatically, so you won't be needing to set anything else. Now let's go into sound right here. Now as I told you, there are a lot of options for sounds. You can turn into movie, music, voice, standard, and standard is usually going to be the one that you're going to be using. So let's go down here and show you a few more settings. In this advanced settings option, you get this. So sound type can either be mono, and there are not a lot of options either here. Let's go into the channels option right here. Now this if you click right here, it will start scanning your cable for all the channels and other things like that. You won't be needing that either. You will only need to scan the channels once when you turn on the TV for the first time. Here we go into the smart TV option. Now here you can see share and see option, and Tcast. Tcast is actually a TCL app, and you can download it onto your mobile phone, and with the help of this you can turn on the video on your mobile phone, but only in the Tcast app, and those videos which are running on the Tcast app are going to show right here on the TV. But one of my favorite features of this Tcast app on my cell phone is that I can turn my cell phone into a remote, and if I don't have a remote nearby, I can just turn my cell phone into one and use that. The remote is pretty similar to the one that I have that comes with the TV, and that is pretty similar to the one that is on the mobile phone in the Tcast app. So let's go back into our smart TV settings here. So this is Wi-Fi display, or in other words, the wireless display. You can use this to wirelessly transfer video from your laptop to your television through the wireless display option in your laptops. Netflix settings and other things like that. Now let's go into network here. We can get an internet connection. I've turned on Wi-Fi, and that is why I was able to go to WOD and other things like that. In the system settings here, you can change the language, timer, lock, input. You can read all of these things that are right here. Now you can also see that there's a sports mode, and this is a really good mode if you want to enjoy if you want to enjoy a good if you want to have a good experience for sports. And this is also a really good option if you're buying a huge display just for looking at a few good matches and other things like that. Let's go back now. So I've showed you almost all of the features on this TV. I've showed you that it takes a very small amount of time to turn on this TV and everything else like that. The only drawbacks that I think this TV has is that first of all, it does not have a very bassy sound. The picture quality is really good if you're not comparing it with Samsung or anything else like that. But for this price range, the picture quality is extremely good. The build quality is really nice. Also, it is not a really heavy TV, as the base is not made of metal. Actually, nothing on this TV's outside is made up of metal. It only has a very thin metal strip at the bottom that you can see. The white thin strip that is running across, that is made of metal. The rest is all plastic. And a few of the drawbacks I think are that you cannot, if you are using an iPhone, I've still not been able to find a way to wirelessly transmit my to wirelessly mirror my cell phone on this TV. But I don't usually need that feature either. I mostly, if I want to watch a movie, I download it onto my laptop, and then after that I have connected an HDMI cable. I'll show you the HDMI cable right here. I have connected an HDMI cable right here, and at the back of the TV, and if I ever want to watch a movie, I just connect this HDMI cable into my laptop, and that's how I turn on all of the movies on this TV. If you're buying this TV to watch cricket match or something else, or even a football match, you're really going to love it. And if you are buying this TV to watch movies, that is also going to be a really good experience for you. One thing that I've noticed is that as it is a 40-inch TV, so the normal cable, if I zoom in a little bit here, you can see that the normal cable is very pixelated. So if you're buying this TV, I would recommend that you buy an HD box with it. Here you can, in the country I'm in, Pakistan, you can get Natal HD box, Smart HD box, and even PTCL HD box. Those are really good options with this TV. So in short, the price of this TV is really good. The features that you get for this price are really good, and you're really going to enjoy the TV. And if you're one of my suggestions is that if you are looking for a good TV, then instead of this S62 model, a new model has just been launched by TCL, and that is called as the P62. And the thing with that model is that with the P62 model, that it has almost the same exterior looks, the same body and everything, but it has a 4K display instead of this full HD display, and the price range is also very close to each other. The only difference is around $50 or so. That is around 5,000. That one costs 5,000 more, but you'll get a 4K display for it. Now, if you're living in Pakistan or in India, you won't be needing that 4K display, because there are not a lot of channels that support 4K video, and there are not a lot of videos even on YouTube that are in 4K. Mostly all the videos are in full HD. But still, having a 4K panel is actually better, as it has a bigger color gamut. And I want to mention that this TV has the Linux-based TCL system built into it, and if you're buying any other TCL TV that has the same system built into it, it will have all of these same apps and everything. So nothing is going to be different than this. And instead of the TCL Android TVs, they have the Android system built into them. This was the detailed review of this TCL S62 Smart HD Full HD TV. If you like the video, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, click on the like button, and comment down below what type of a TV you are looking for and which brands are you looking into. For more, if you have any more questions related to this TV, you can leave them down in the comments below, and I'll try to reply to as many of them as possible. I'm not really good with my editing skills, so most of this video is going to be like a raw one. I still hope that you like this video, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one.